Hey guys, it's Divine from Merch.com. I hope you're having a good summer so far. Here's the July BTS merchandising review to give you some insights into what is coming up this month. If you still have questions after watching the video, feel free to post them in the comments below. I'll also be posting additional information and advice in the VIP advice section at the top of our forums on Merch.com. If you're a Merch VIP, make sure to check it out as I added a pretty neat trick that will help you to make some extra profit. So I'm going to skip right over the Tosca part in the post here and just hope it doesn't crash into the Grand Exchange. Next up we have raids, which are obviously a highly anticipated update, as these are likely the only bosses we're getting this year. The BTS post is pretty brief on it, but we already know quite a lot about it. There will be 2 new bosses and possibly more in the future if people really like this update. The first one is called Beastmaster Kurzag, which you need to kill to gain access to the second boss called Yakamaru. They'll be very powerful, so people will need to tank a lot and use a lot of supplies. I've added more information about that in the VIP merchandising advice post. For the second boss, Ranger Mage will likely be more attractive as this boss likes to move around a lot. You'll only be able to loot each boss once per 2 days, which means that any unique tradable rewards will keep a decent value for a longer time. You must kill the first boss each time to be able to get loot from the second, which means that the drops from the first boss will be more common, as it will always need to be killed, and it is of course weaker than the second. As for the drops, the level 90 tank gear pieces will be untradeable, but alongside those there will be other unique tradable drops and the 5 new abilities. It is however unclear whether those will be on a Grand Exchange. Now the whole dungeoneering part is not really merchandising related, so I'm going to skip over that and move on to fast lodestone teleports. Viswax has already gone up a fair bit over this update. For people with less wealth, it will be a very attractive item to flip around and after the release of the update. Just keep in mind that the risk involved will be a bit higher. Now elite Slayer creatures won't really have any major impact, as most Slayer drops are simply worthless nowadays, so I wouldn't bother investing for that. It's a nice bonus for people who are already slaying, but it's not going to get many additional people into it. Then an absolutely unbelievable update for merchanting, more Grand Exchange slots. The sad side of the story is that it took players asking for this on old school RuneScape to ever get a change like this on RuneScape 3 as well. The bright side of the story is that old school can put RuneScape 3 in a vulnerable position, as there was simply no way that they couldn't follow along with this update or people would have bitched about it for years. We already saw the same thing happen with more free bank spaces that were added in old school and had to be added to RuneScape 3 as well, and there will be undoubtedly be other updates because of this in the future. So what impact do extra Grand Exchange slots have? Some people asked me if this means people will start using less accounts for merchanting and thus bonds will drop because of less demand. Now the thing is here, your 4-hour limits will still apply no matter how many accounts you use, and that is one large reason why people use multiple accounts. Also, the difference in demand this might make can really be neglected, as there just aren't that many people who would cut back on several accounts for it to have such a large impact. What does change is that it will become a little bit harder to find good flipping items, as everyone will have 2 more slots to fill. This will make the importance of short-term investing even larger once again. If you don't know how to short-term invest, then you can watch the guides I've made on it here, perhaps those will help you out. Now before wrapping up, I've been getting a lot of questions on the recent discontinued items rise. I'll address those in another video and I won't be answering to that in the comments here, as it's kind of double up. That's it for this month. I wish you all the best with the raids update. We had another great month on merch and we'll be adding more items to our life prices again soon. Take care and I'll see you all again next week for another video.